We are factoring quadratics. We call it a quadratic because it has the second power. We also call it a quadratic because the graph, if I graph this on a line, which I'm going to, it's going to be a curved line. It's not going to be a straight linear y equals mx plus b. So first of all, vocab words. Factor of a trinomial. Right there. Where you break down a trinomial into two binomials. Break down a trinomial into two binomials. You know, you have to make it into two parentheses. That's what we've been practicing the last few days. And then factored form is the form that we're putting all of our answers in. When we factor, factored form means that it's got two parentheses, binomial times a binomial. Okay. With the journal section, we need to just practice multiplying. You can use the box method, you can double distribute, or you can FOIL. Any method you choose, go ahead and do number 1 and 2 and 3. You can do them in your groups. You can do them on your own. I'll give you about 2 minutes. All right, let me try and do them. First one. X squared plus 9x plus 14. X squared plus 9x plus 14?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, second one. X squared minus 1x minus 12?
Yes.
Okay. Third one. X squared minus 2x minus 15?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So now we're going to do the reverse. We're going to do exactly what we were doing on Wednesday, but instead all of our A's, all of our first numbers are going to be ones. Easy. The big thing to worry about is where do your plus signs and minus signs go. So put a 1, 1 down, 4. And what's 3?
3, 1.
Okay, cross multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Can a 3 and a 1 make my B, make 4?
Yeah.
Good. What signs do they have to be? Positives. Which means that this 3 is positive and that 1 is positive. X plus 3, X plus 1. There you go. Cool. Number 2. We're done with number 1. Number 2. Obviously 1 and 1. But now 6. It could be 2 and 3 or it could be 6 and 1. And we don't know. We got to make a negative 5 and a positive 6. So obviously we'll just try 1 and 6 first because that's like obvious. 1 times 1.
1.
1 times 6. Do 1 and 6 make 5?
Yeah.
How though? Negative 6. Okay, so now that means that my 6 had to be negative and my 1 was positive. Real quick, look at my red pointer. This is a positive 6, which means that when I multiply these two numbers, they need to be a positive 6. Will they be a positive 6? Here, I'm going to write it down for you so you see it, but this is not right, you guys. Because look, when I multiply my last term, do I get a positive 6?
No.
So this is, you think it's going to work, but then when you finish looking at your trinomial, that positive 6, it's like, ooh, wait. Let me try 1 and 1 and 2 and 3. Do you guys get that you don't need to switch the 6 and the 1? Because these are both 1s. So even if you switch the 6 and the 1, you'd be getting the same thing. So since they're 1 and 1, on the left side. You don't ever need to like switch and try it a different way. Would this work? A 2 and a 3, does that make 5?
Yes.
How? I want a negative 5.
-2.
I want them to
Make them
add up to negative 5 and multiply to make positive 6. Both negative. They add up to negative 5. Do they multiply to make positive 6? So they both need to also be negative here. 1x minus 2. 1x minus 3. Good. Remember that worksheet we did? They need to multiply to make positive 6, but they need to add up to negative 5. Okay, number 3. Obviously 1 and 1, right? But 7, what makes 7?
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Okay. I need 1 times 1 diagonal 1. 1 times 7 diagonal 7. Do 1 and 7 make 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the signs? Which means that over here they're going to be positive as well. And those are my answers. 1x plus 1 or just x plus 1. And then x plus 7. Watch out for the signs on number 4. 1 and 1. What makes 4? Oh, I got 2 times 2 and I got 4 and 1. Think about it. Will 2 times 2 ever make 5 when I like add them up? No. So actually that's not going to be it. Isn't that my eraser? So it'll be 1 and 1 and 4 times 1. Okay, I need to make a multiply to make a positive 4, but add up to negative 5. 4 and 1 do make 5, but how am I going to get it to be a negative 5? Make them both negative. Which means that my 1 times 4, it's going to have to be a negative 4 to make negative 4. 1 times this 5 is going to have to be a negative 1. Or 1 times 1, sorry. X minus 4, my top, and then x minus 1, my bottom. Is this easy, hard? What do you think? Easy. Do 5 and 6 on your own. See what you think. So 5 looks good. For number 6, 1 and 1. 2 and 5. That looks fine. The only thing I don't like is that your 1 times 2 you said was negative 5. Oh. So that's the only thing. Just watch out for that. But your answer is right, so it's not really that big of a problem. Okay. 18. Okay. What 2 numbers multiply to make negative 18 but add up to 17? 1 and 18, but how do I make my negative and positive? See what I'm doing? I'm trying out a different way. Like, I'm trying to do it mentally. What's positive and what's negative?
1 is negative.
1 is negative, and the 18 is positive?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, try number 8.
That?
What 2 numbers multiply to make negative 8, but add up to positive 2? A 2 and a 4. I like that. But, how are my signs going to be? I want Positive 2. That means the bigger number has to be positive. Good. Sweet. Okay. All right, let's turn the paper over.